My name is James Robson, and I'm the Victor and William Fung Director of the Harvard Asia Center. I'd like to welcome you to the Asia Center's Research Talk series, which is part of a new series of virtual programming at the Asia Center. The research talks are aimed at showcasing some of the fascinating research that's being done on various facets of Asia by Harvard students, graduate students, faculty, Asia Center affiliates, and other specialists. We very much hope you enjoyed learning from these talks.
Imagine walking into a room and there's 10 people sitting in a circle and they're chatting away about their days. And then you notice it, these bright orange needles, 5 of them to be exact, in each ear. Now imagine that you are in a New Hampshire opioid recovery center. This happened to me a few years ago and I wondered, what was I looking at? I knew it was some form of acupuncture. I was visiting the center to learn about the use of acupuncture within the opioid crisis. But I had a completely different idea of acupuncture in mind. Chinese medicine, as I knew it, was something deeply personal, and my grandmother, who was a practitioner, could take up to hours with one patient, personalizing the diagnosis and treatment of acupuncture, herbal medicine, or both. Here, the practitioner put acupuncture needles in the same 5 points in the ears for everyone. A person could walk in, sit down, get the needles put in, no questions asked. I was astounded, so I started talking to the practitioner. And then she handed me a pamphlet entitled The Radical History of Acupuncture, and that would change my life. In the pamphlet was a history of the use of acupuncture by the Black Panther Party and the Young Lords, 2 revolutionary groups in the Civil Rights era. Inspired by the barefoot doctors in China, where lay people used Chinese and Western medicine to serve under-resourced populations, these revolutionaries began using ear acupuncture for addiction, stress, anxiety, and more in the South Bronx in the 1970s. Later, in 1985, the particular 5-point treatment known as the National Auricular Detoxification Association Protocol, or NADA protocol for short, was formalized. But as I did my research, I also stumbled upon the name Dr. Tolbert Small, who has no connection to the NADA story. Instead, he was based in Oakland and was the Panther Party's physician from 1970 to 1974 and had traveled to China on a Black Panther Party delegation. Also inspired by the barefoot doctors, he returned home and soon used acupuncture for the past 50 years alongside his general practice. I emailed him, and soon I got a response. I visited Dr. Small in Oakland, where he warmly welcomed me and showed me all his stuff he brought back from China, and he told me that they've just been sitting in his garage since 1972. So since then, I've been helping him archive his incredible materials. I've also continued my travels to learn more about the global transmission of the NADA protocol and traveled to the United Kingdom to trace how it's been used for addiction and in over 128 of the 150 prisons. The NADA protocol has truly expanded all around the world, in Finland, India, Mexico, South Africa, and used by all different kinds of people: physicians, recovery coaches, first responders, prison staff, inmates, math teachers, electricians, the list goes on and on. Much like acupuncture itself, this social history of acupuncture is full of unexpected connections. Despite the differences in space and time, one key aspect has been retained in the global transmission of this kind of acupuncture. They all put the patient first and pursue a kind of accessible care I call toolkit care, inspired by the barefoot doctors and the spirit of DIY, where practitioners put acupuncture into their literal and metaphorical toolkits they carried with them to serve and empower patients in need. As one practitioner put it,
"It's first aid. That's it. It's first aid."
This practice of integrative medicine is one that combines medical and social practices. They use acupuncture as a way to respond to society's ills, and they see the medical and the social as inherently bound together. Where I once was driven to understand broader ideas around Chinese medicine, I have come to understand that in learning more about medicine, I have ultimately learned more about people. It's been an honor to meet and get to know inspiring people whose histories are so rich, and I hope you'll join me on this journey.